Hi everyone, it's Leandra from PaperArtsy and we're here for another night of new release stamps. It's mid-July 2015 and this video is going to show you all about Jo's new stamps, Jo Firth-Young. The JOFY collection is a really cool collection. It's been so popular the last few years since Jo's been designing these. And first of all, I'm just going to update you with a couple that she released around about April this year. And as you can see, these are in French. We went and did a show over in Paris, which we do every year, and Jo came along and taught a couple of classes, and so she designed these stamps specifically for that event. If you have French speaking people who are your customers, perhaps you're in Canada or in France or even Belgium, then there may be some French speakers in your area and they might be interested in these stamps. They're really gorgeous and really versatile, and I just wanted to show you before I showed you her newest ones. So don't forget about those. The circle's ever so useful, and the little border strip, they're really cool. So let's show you the latest ones. And we've got plate 37, which is a bit of a toadstool thing going on here. So she's got a lovely toadstool, little wiggly caterpillar, and a nice spiky flower, and right down the bottom here you can see that there's a circle border which just is all sort of joined up with typical Jo lines. And all of our stamps always come ready trimmed for you on easy mount foam, so we trim them all out so that you just peel them off and put them straight onto your acrylic block. So that's set 37. And then for set 38 we've got this, I call them the blobbies, but I'm not sure I'm supposed to call them that, but they're her blobby flowers, and actually I kind of think they should have faces on them because to me they kind of look like people, but they're really cool. And I love this. I don't even know what you call them, but we used to blow them at school whenever they came. We used to just blow them at each other and those little things would puff around everywhere, so that's one of those blowy things with the blobby things. These are great stamps, and I've got some really fantastic samples to show you as well from some of our wonderful designers that have made samples with them. So let's start with plate 37. Lauren Hatwell has done some really, a couple of cards here that match each other. And these two, she always finishes them off so beautifully on the inside as well. She layers things up, and she's got some stamping and embossing in white, and then she's added paint in and around all the backgrounds. And with this one, she's actually used the head of the toadstool flowery thing to create hills with little trees on top, using the border and then drawing the stalks down to the border. She probably used the little border from that stamp there. So really clever use of the stamp. Thinking outside the box, isn't she? Those are great samples. Now she's also made this little frame. And in here she's got, again, she's managed to put the some spots through here onto the toadstool, and she's just created all kinds of depth because it is quite deep, the little niche. And she's got that toadstool sitting down behind, and then this one comes up onto the front so that it just sort of gives that bit of dimension. And she's used one of the butterflies from one of Jo's other earlier sets, and this is on canvas, so it's quite flexible. And of course she's got the obligatory caterpillar down the bottom. So brilliant. Thanks Lauren for that. And then from Claire Charvel, Claire's also used this stamp set, and you can see how she's just taken the spiky flower out of the set and used that element, and then she's actually sort of used this little bit of the base here and cut that out. She's amazing at fussy cutting, and she's cut out that to then be able to mount the spiky flower head on there, and just added more and more of them. And then she's also created flowers in the background using that border strip. So the border strip is really quite versatile the way she's used it, and she's even gone further than that by using the border strip all the way around the frame, as well as for the little flower heads on there. So that's a really cool niche box idea by Claire Charvel. And then another sample with this set, also by Claire, is this cool little house, a little doorway, and she's got her toadstools around there. She's put little spots on them So you can see on the top here, they're all made with altered book page, and she's just laid those on top of the toadstool heads. And then I quite like how she's got a couple little caterpillars coming out of that door there. Oh, beautiful card by Claire. So that's set 37. Now we've also got some samples with set 38. Now let's start with Sue Carrington, and she's gone to town with the blobbies. Sounds like it should be a TV program or something. And she's got here layers. She's a tag layered onto a chipboard tag. So that's using our grey board, and she's cut it down to make it tag shaped. And you can see how she's layered all of that up. Now here's another one. Again, lots of layers in Sue's work. She always puts some stenciling in the background. She's got that lovely brick border going across the bottom. And then she's also bent this stamp here into different directions and put that in the background as well. And it looks like she's put a bit of a whitewash over there to make the background fade out a bit before she's put more of the blobby flowers on top. Jo's going to shoot me, isn't she, for calling them the blobby flowers. Okay, here's another one by Sue. Now this background is quite multicoloured. She's got a braid background, I believe it is, and she's really given that a bit of zing with some contrasting colour here, and again laid everything up. So really nice. She's got some nice little white accents on here as well, just catch lights. Thank you, Sue. If you want to see more details about any of these samples I'm showing you, go to the link in our blog post from the PaperArtsy blog, and it will take you to all of these people who have created samples for us, and you'll be able to find out how they did them. Now this is a sample by Kay Carley, and it's using distress inks. She's also got some embossing powders. So what she does first is she stamps in black and then uses Memento black ink to stamp, and then her Copics to colour in. And then she creates a nice distress ink background. She's also got some stamping and embossing, so I'm not sure if the camera will pick it up, but there's a bit of sparkle here. And in this there's some white embossing, but it's got a little bit of sparkle to it. And then she's also splattered a bit of embossing powder all the way around the edge as well. And then she's also put some flicked water on it, because it's distress ink that she's rubbed in all around the edges. It's created that bleach effect that you get with distress ink. So in the same vein, same technique, she's got a few more samples. They're just fantastic. They're really eye-catching, and it's quite a simple idea to do this, and with the distress ink and the colouring in and so forth, but they're just so effective and so beautiful. I really like how the embossing, the white embossing, really sort of is quite eye-catching. And then here's another one. I love this one too. It's using the blowy thing. I'm really not very good at doing this today, am I? I've not got the right terminology, obviously. And she's also got extra little bits and pieces stamped in distress ink too. Right, thank you, Kay. Fantastic samples. And then lastly, I've got some samples from Jo herself that she's made. So in true JOFY style, she's got a die cut letters down the bottom here. And she's again used a piece of grey board and created her background. There's a bit of stamping in white, and she does love to use a bit of altered book page for her feature parts of the stamp. And I really like the colour scheme on this. I think that's really nice. A little touch of pink, but predominantly brown. And then again, this one. So for this one, she's used scrapbooking papers for the heads of the toadstools. So that's why you've got the patterns on there using bits of scrapbooking paper. Again, she's used that stencil in the background. It's one of her favourite stencils. It's a really useful one. And this is typical of Jo, very clean and simple, but using craft cards. She's really partial to craft card, and she's stamped in white and then just highlighted. Do I detect a sparkly glitter glue that you've used there, Jo? I'm not sure what she's done. She's not sent me through the instructions yet, so I cannot profess to have any degree of knowledge about that, but I'm guessing it might be glitter glue. She does like a bit of sparkle. Oh, and she's got lots of sparkle on this one. Now that's definitely embossing powder. And she's embossed the blowy thing. And she's also got a couple of segments there matching it. And layered it all up onto an altered book page background. So really nice stamps. Great that they add to the JOFY collection. It gives you even more versatility with her stamps. What's not to like about JOFY flowers? They're so versatile and so easy to work with. I know a lot of you know that already because you've already used them extensively. And don't forget to go and check out the blogs of all of our designers and the different things they've done. And don't forget that these are available from your favourite PaperArtsy stockist now, and the link to those stockists is also in the PaperArtsy blog. Thanks again, we'll see you next time.